Hello everyone, my name is Chaseter and welcome back to another GTA Online video. Today we're going to be customizing the Euros X32, but before we get into that, I would like to go over the last car customization votes. And the votes are in. We have a whopping 8 likes on the Jester Classic and 2 dislikes. So fortunately, we get to keep this car this week and add it to our collection. It could have turned out better, but it's still, I think it looks pretty cool. So the Euros X32 is actually modeled after the Nissan 300. It's a really cool car and it's loved by a lot of Japanese car lovers, including myself. This thing is what started the 350Z, the 370Z. This car is legendary and I'm so excited to customize this thing. Starting off with armor, we're gonna go 100%. For the brakes, we'll get the race brakes as well, and bumper panels. I don't know if we've ever had those before, so I guess it's those little panels there at the front. We could go with black, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the stock so we can keep it painted. For the engine, we're gonna go level 4, and for the exhaust, hopefully they have some. This car sounds pretty good. Like, it doesn't sound like the best ever, but it does have a V6 sound to it. This car, like the real version of this car, actually had a turboed V6 that sounded pretty cool. I really like these large exhausts, but I feel like they should be a little bit more flush with the bumper. We could also go with these oval exhausts, which are not my favorite, but they sit way more flush against the bumper, so I'm gonna go with the oval exhaust. So we have some mesh at the front there. The cross grille inserts, that looks really bad in my opinion. The modern inserts also look really bad. I feel like that does not fit the style of this car whatsoever. I really do think I'm gonna go with the black grille inserts. It's just very simple and it doesn't stick out too much. For the hood, we have the custom hood, we have the street hood, which actually doesn't look too bad. I think we're gonna go for the regular street hood. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's go on to the liveries. I'm actually pretty interested in this. I don't know if we're gonna go for a livery, but I am pretty interested to see what they have here. You have the normal stripes and things like that. We do have a new type of stripe, it looks like. The black triple stripes. We have the white version. We have a race flag, which is very tacky looking. We also have the black spiky stripes, which doesn't look too bad. We have the white version of that. Of course, we have the racing liveries. I don't think I'm gonna pick a livery today. They don't really look too great in this car, so I think we're gonna skip over that. We do have some louvers though, which is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna choose one of these today. I don't know what's going on there, but we will go with the regular carbon louvers. For the plate, we'll go for the custom Chaseter plate. For the rear diffuser, it looks like you can get some just extended bumpers here, but that looks pretty sick. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with the carbon diffuser. I think it's gonna match the louvers a little bit better. For the respray, we're actually gonna come back to that because I really don't know quite yet. We also have side louvers, but I think I'm gonna keep them blank. I feel like it looks weird with 2 sets of louvers here. I really do love this carbon skirt. It's very simple, but also like it does give it a little bit more of an aggressive look. We have the winged skirts, which yeah, they're cool or whatever, but they stick past the wheel. I'm never a fan of that, so I don't think I'll ever pick that. I think I'm gonna go with just the regular carbon skirts. I'm super simple. It still looks aggressive in a way. For the splitters, hopefully there's nothing that sticks out too crazy because I would maybe buy one. So the carbon drop splitter actually doesn't look too bad and it does match the skirts a little bit better. So I think that looks actually really cool. We have the hooped wing, which I've seen a lot of people go for this wing on this car. And I'm not gonna lie, it looks really cool, but I do want to just go over to see what else they have. We have the anise wing, but like, what is that? I don't know what they're trying to go for there. I don't know how that's supposed to work, but let's just go over these other ones. Of course, we have the bolt-on wings. I think these are just kind of generic at this point. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the hooped wing. It looks the best. I know a lot of people are using it, but it looks like the best. So I don't think I'm gonna go with any sun strips. Suspension, let's lower this bad boy. I really wish we could go lower than this. This is low and it looks way better like this, but I feel like it could go a little lower. For the transmission, we'll get the race transmission. For the turbo, of course. So moving on to wheels, I already know the Cosmo Mark IIIs are going to look fantastic, which they do. I mean, look at that. That looks... I think that's what I'm going to choose. We're going to come back to those. But we also have the Deep Flakes, which doesn't look horrible, but they are super dished. I'm not a huge fan of the super dished wheels. I'm okay with a little bit, but nothing like too far in. We have the Truffade Concave, which actually does fit this car for some reason. It does look like one of those old Bugattis in the front, I'm not gonna lie, but I guess you could choose that wheel as well. To be honest, a lot of these wheels are looking good with this car, but I think I'm gonna go with the Cosmo Mark IIIs. They just look really, really, really good. For the wheel color, already with the white, it looks good, especially if we were to go for like a gold wheel color. That looks really, really good, actually. Okay, we're gonna have to go to our auto shop to install the gold wheels. We'll go for the light smoke, and I think that's gonna do it for this vehicle. We will go back to the respray because I don't think I'm gonna go for white. I think it's just a little bit too generic, but I do want to try a blue. I think a blue is going to look so good on this car, and really any blue I think is gonna look good. I mean, the racing blue obviously looks fantastic. It really does make it look like a Bugatti in the front, in my opinion. We also have just a regular plain blue, which I'm also thinking about. So I think I'm gonna go for the racing blue, and let's play around with the pearlescent a little bit. The light blue definitely brings it to life a little bit more, but I kind of want to try something a little bit more blue. I don't think I have the ultra blue unlocked over here, but we are going over to the auto shop. Dude, look what the ultra blue looks like on the racing blue there. Okay, let's just go to our auto shop because I need these locked colors. Here we are at the auto shop. Let's go ahead and go down to the wheel color and choose the gold. I think that looks so, so good. And then we're gonna go to the respray, and we're gonna choose a pearlescent, and we're gonna go for an ultra blue pearlescent. I think that looks really, really good. Makes the color pop a lot more, in my opinion. Did we choose a secondary color? I don't even know if it's changing. Oh, it's actually changing the stitching. So I will actually go with the color then. Let's go with the ultra blue stitching, and I think that's gonna do it for this car. I think it looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. So here we have it, the Annis Euros X32. I'm actually a big fan of this car. It is looking really, really cool. I do think there should have been a little bit more customization. It was kind of lacking, if I'm being honest. Yeah, there was a lot of options, but those options were kind of just generic copy and paste options we've had with past cars. So I would have liked to see a little bit more, but let's be honest, GTA 6 is coming out soon, so I'm sure they're focusing a lot of time on that. So I'm not going to be too mad about it, but I do want to drive this car around and see what kind of performance we can get out of it. I'm not expecting anything too crazy. I will say the sound is pretty cool. It does have a metallic type sound to it. It's very like tinny at the bottom end. But it definitely has that V6 rumble to it. That high-pitched V6 sound. You can also hear the turbo oh my gosh. You can also hear the turbo flutter a little bit. It's nothing too crazy. And again, this car is not very fast at all. I'm starting to think all these new DLC vehicles we're getting from Rockstar are gonna be like road vehicles in GTA 6. They haven't been crazy fast, and they haven't had a lot of customization. So I'm wondering if they're just trying to put out these cars that are going to be in GTA 6, if you know what I'm saying. Because I'm not getting the craziest performance out of this. I mean, I'm hitting Jeeps and stuff on the road, but besides that, it's not performing very well. Probably the best thing about this vehicle is the turning. I'm not really spinning out when I'm going around corners. I can keep on the throttle without having to slow down or anything like that. But look at this. We're not going that fast. Let me see if we can get a speedometer read. It's not even going 100. Wow. Okay. Which we weren't really topping out there. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this vehicle. I'm not going to drive it for a long time or anything like that, but let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this vehicle. I think it's pretty sweet. It's not very fast, and I think it should have been way cheaper for the performance you get out of this vehicle, but it is new. So I think that's going to do it for today's video. But before you click off, we are voting on these vehicles now, so go down in the comments below. If you liked it, vote on the like button. If you didn't, vote on the dislike button. It's been pretty fun so far, so hopefully you guys are into it as well. You guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.